welcome to the Verde Valley Experience. I'm your host, Jennifer Cohen. Thank you so much for joining us today. As usual, we have the most fabulous people from around the Verde Valley joining us to talk about amazing organizations that are making a difference in our area. And of course, that's why we're here, to introduce you to them and to just go on and on about all the good they're doing. So I'm so happy to have everybody who's on the show today. We're going to start out our show today with Damian Brown, who is the CEO and Program Director of Steps to Recovery Homes, and also Corey Bullock, who's a program graduate and store manager for the Miracles Happen store. Two guys doing a lot here. Now, Steps for Recovery Homes is an amazing, safe, and healthy environment designed for people who really want to change their lives and become productive members of society, and they're really kicking butt. They've been around a couple of years. Big fundraiser coming, and we're going to talk all about that. Then we're going to meet with President of Verde Valley Leadership, Tammy Yoakum, and President-elect Marlene Hattler. Now, Verde Valley Leadership provides professional and personal growth skills through trainings to help you with leadership, community awareness, and all sorts of ways to influence people and win friends. You know, all about that stuff. Really great organization to help you get ahead in the world, basically. So we're going to talk about that too. Then we'll meet with Dave Treadwell, who is the chaplain and bereavement coordinator for the grief support group at Avayant Hospice. Also with him is Kelly Rojas. She is the executive director of Avayant Hospice. We're going to talk about our local grief support group, something that's incredibly valuable. If you've ever lost a loved one, sometimes you just need to talk about it, and they're going to be here to tell us about our local group and what they're doing. Then we'll go on location thanks to our sponsors at Cat and Verde Links, and we will talk with Gary Covert, who is the president of the Arizona Flywheelers, and he's going to talk with us and demonstrate and show us a bunch of different engines. Main thing is the 34th annual Flywheelers show is happening in March, at the end of March. So you are going to want to see that. So we're going to talk about that, show you lots of cool things. And we're going to end our show today with a live performance from Ed Cooper. He brought along with him Minza Osiris. Now, Ed's a rock and roller. He's been around Sedona for a long time. He's going to do a special performance for us here, and it's going to be lots of fun. So let's go ahead and get started. Our first guests today, we have Damian Brown and Corey Bullock. Thank you, gentlemen, for being here today.
Thank you.
How many years has Steps for Recovery been around now, Damian?
4.5.
4.5.
August will be 5.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
And every year it just grows and grows and grows. You are doing a fantastic job.
Thank you.
So tell me again a little bit of the backstory. How did it get started?
Well, my wife and I, we're very passionate about recovery. We were in addiction ourselves. So I was in addiction for 19 years, and getting clean and actually changing our lives. There's a lot to do to change, to actually find long-term recovery and become productive and start living instead of surviving. So to do that, we actually changed a lot, and we really loved our lives, and we wanted to help other people do that and how to do that. So we figured, we always talked about what we would do, and then an opportunity came, and another place that was around here, Chapter 5, closed down, and we were like, man, we got to do something. So we took 3 credit cards and we just started up, and we started with the Hope House, one house, and we just started, and we learned all kinds of stuff, and we've grown and evolved, and yeah, now we're up to a board of 10 board of directors, and we have a resale store, and we have a women's home and a men's home, and we do clean and sober concerts, and we do educational awareness days, and we do the Dinner for Hope fundraiser, and we're just doing all kinds of stuff.
Wow, yeah, you're really cooking now. That's amazing. Start with 2 people and a couple credit cards. And now look at you, making a huge difference. Mm-hmm. And you mentioned the store, the Miracles Happen resale store, which is doing incredibly well.
Miracles Happen resale store has been a gift for sure. And people from, the Verde Valley is so generous in a lot of ways. And people donate, and we go pick it up. And it's just turned into something. Now we can donate to other nonprofits, and we do that all the time. We got people that come in and they're homeless and they need clothes, and we give them clothes. In the last year alone, I've furnished 5 apartments from graduates. People that graduated our program were able to furnish their apartments. I've had people come in and need furniture from other programs that get out of other programs and ask for help, and I'm able to help them. And people that their houses burned down, or just people that are unfortunate and come in and need a little bit of help, we're able to help them.
All right.
So it's really cool.
That's amazing.
And it's able to bring in a little bit of extra money. Yeah. So we've hired a couple staff, and we're able to actually put whatever money that we don't use for that into the homes, to kind of keep the homes open. Because the people that come into our homes come in with no money, 90% of them. So, and we do a whole bunch of stuff, so it takes a lot of money.
Yeah, I bet. And that's hence why you have a couple of fundraisers a year, which we'll get to. But I want to talk to you, Corey, because you're the manager of the store. How is that going for you?
It's going fantastic. It's just been a short while, just over 3 months. And the store's kind of taken off. We're able to do a couple things differently. You know, I'm just able to help Damien out in a lot more ways to alleviate some of the extra work that he had to do. And it's just, you know, with the effort that he puts in and that I'm able to put in, we've it's taken off to the next level, you know. So it's kind of exciting to be to be part of the organization at this stage, because it seems like it's getting ready to kind of really take off, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm very fortunate to be able to work for an organization that really helped give me a foundation to a new way of life, you know, and that I'm able to give back. It started with volunteering, and then they took a chance and hired me on full time into this position, and it's working out great. You know, I just I'm really looking forward to seeing where this is going to take me and where this is going to take this organization.
Yeah, I bet. And you are a program graduate, is that correct?
I am. I graduated just over 10 months ago.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
And what was your experience in the program?
What was my experience?
What do you say the best thing?
Well, you know, every Monday
Hard
there's
to narrow it down.
Well, every Monday there's a house meeting, and it kind of helps Damien and Ann with the Women's House hold the clients accountable. You know, and for the first like 2 months, they asked me what you have a like of the program and a dislike, and mine was the structure was a like, and structure was also the dislike. You know, so there was things that I really needed to do, which didn't line up with things that I wanted to do, but you know, just kind of doing what they suggested steered me in the direction that I really needed to go.
Excellent.
You know, so I mean, this program's amazing. Ann and Damien are amazing people. You know, so it's not just the structure. It's the loving, caring support. It's the example. It's the program that's it's a lead by example kind of thing.
Sure.
You know, for me that was huge. You know, it's not do what I say. It's this is what I have done. This has been my experience. You know, so
yeah. That's a good one. I noticed that too right from the get-go when you started, Damien. You and Ann were leading by example, and your success became other people's success. Do you know how many graduates you have now?
You know, it's funny because we don't have a lot of people that totally graduate the program. It's a 6 to 18-month program.
Yeah.
We have a lot of people that'll leave like a week early, or we have a lot of people that are successful. We have over 120 people that are living a better life.
Nice.
That we've touched in the last 4.5 years. So that's a big number. And those are people that aren't going to jail. Those are people that aren't using. Some of them have slipped up, but you know what? We've taught them something, and they come right back onto what we taught them.
Great.
It's a hard road. There's a lot of variables that go into addiction.
Yeah,
So
I
it's been
bet.
pretty successful, I think.
Yeah, I think so too. And you've got a big fundraiser coming up. Speaking of successful, you're having your annual Dinner for Hope.
We are, and the Dinner for Hope's going to be awesome. We actually have Anthony Mazzella, and we're going to have it at the Hilton, and you should go.
Yes,
Yes.
I'm there.
You are?
I am there.
You haven't bought your ticket yet?
I'm there.
You need to buy your ticket.
I'm good to go.
You got to buy your tickets in advance.
Yes, you do.
It's at the Hilton, and we're going to have a really good entertainment. We're going to have a lot of prizes. There's over $1,000 worth of door prizes. There's over $3,000 worth of raffle. There's $8,000 worth of art and all kinds of things for silent auction, live auction. We're having testimonies of the alumni that have been through. Some of the coolest things that's going to happen there is there's going to be positivity. Like the people that are going to be there are very positive. It's a nice atmosphere. You get a dinner. You get to support a good cause. You get to watch one of the top guitarists, right? You get to hear testimonies, all for $60. And the fundraiser is costing us about $45 to put it out, so the $15. We're getting about, you know, so that's the fundraiser part of it. It's costing a little bit more. We've been trying to raise the bar. We do that in everything, in the resale store, in our homes. We're always trying to make things better. We're always trying to improve.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're getting ready to start a job development program too. So we're going to try to help out in the Verde Valley with that, with workforce development.
Absolutely, and you've got to have funds for that. So the funds are coming from fundraisers throughout the year.
Fundraisers, people can donate. We're really looking for volunteers. You know, we pick up donations. I mean, there's so many ways to get involved. We're looking for people just to get involved. We have 50 businesses that are actually sponsoring us, and that's why we're able to take people kayaking and equine therapy, and out of Africa took on a sponsorship, so we're taking them to Wildlife Park this Saturday.
Great.
Yeah, we're doing Segway, and we're doing all kinds of stuff. We're taking them camping. It's really cool.
Wow, that's amazing. And you've got a great website, your stepstorecoveryhomes.org. super step up on the website this year. Really, really nice. All the different categories, of course. The Dinner for Hope is on there. If we go to that, can we buy tickets
You
through
can
there?
go to stepstorecoveryhomes.org and buy tickets. You can call 928-649-0077 and buy tickets. Or you can come into our resale store, which is even better because then you get to see some cool knickknacks or whatever. Right? You can buy tickets there or at our office, which is on the corner of 89A and 6th Street next to Vinny's Pizzeria.
Excellent.
516 East State Route 89A.
Okay, very
in
good.
In the old Clemenceau Plaza.
Okay, great. Well, if you want to get involved, you want to donate, you want to volunteer, you want to donate something to the store, everything can be found through stepstorecoveryhomes.org. All the contact information, the Dinner for Hope, which you absolutely need to be there. It is happening March 24th from 5 to 9. Buy your tickets ahead of time. It's happening at the Sedona Hilton at Bell Rock in VOC on Ridge Trail. You definitely want to be there. Anthony Mazzella. Wow. I mean, that's amazing. So, Damien, thank you for being here. Corey, thank you so much for sharing your experience. Check out stepstorecoveryhomes.org, and we'll be right back with more of the experience, so don't go away.
Hi, this is Greg at Verde Solar Power. You know, Arizona has lots of clean, renewable sunshine, and we want to help you take advantage of it with our quality solar installations, and we offer to beat any written offer on a residential solar electric system. So bring us your electric bill and let us show you how solar power will save you money. We're located conveniently here in the Verde Valley and are dedicated to helping the valley go solar. So remember, the energy solution comes up every morning.
Lease it now with Sears Hometown and Outlet. Right now is the perfect time to take a closer look at leasing. Leasing's a great way to get more. Choose from thousands of items throughout the store and online. Pick out at least $199 worth of items to start a lease and take home the brands you love with no credit required. It's simple. Take home what you want, when you want it, and leave satisfied.
Come see me, Lisa Peterson, your local store owner, and our great team at the Cottonwood Sears Hometown Store.
This is Bruce Morrow, Transportation Manager for Cottonwood Area Transit. Remember, we cover the entire Verde Valley and Sedona. Cottonwood Area Transit has you covered wherever you want to ride in the Verde Valley, all day, every day. Take Cottonwood Area Transit through Clarkdale, Verde Village, and from 26 locations in Cottonwood. With Verde Links, it's a quick and easy trip to Sedona every day. Don't forget our connectors to Camp Verde. Visit cottonwoodaz.gov for Cottonwood Area Transit and take a seat. Let's go ride.
And welcome back to the Verde Valley Experience. We are now here with Verde Valley Leadership, Tammy Yoakum and Marlene Hatler. Thank you so much for being here, ladies.
Thank you.
Now we have a president and a president-elect, is that correct?
That's right.
Excellent. We're surrounded by officials. Gotta love that. So very nice. Now, Verde Valley Leadership, how long has it been around now, Tammy?
12 years.
12 years.
Yes, and we're recruiting for our 13th year right now.
Excellent. 12 years is a long time. Marlene, how long have you been involved?
I was actually a graduate of class number 1.
All right.
So, that was back in 2006 and graduated in 2007. And then I came back to be on the board of directors last year.
Wow. So you were really impressed by the program, I take it.
Somewhat, yes.
Wow. Well, what does the program look like, Tammy, if someone comes to take part in it? What is it?
It's a year-long cohort-style class. Class members meet for one full day of instruction, 1 day a month. And then throughout the month, they have opportunities to attend field trips, to go shadow somebody. So there are extra hours throughout the month, but basically that 1 hour per month. And within that hour is community awareness, skill building, such as presentation skills, learning how to put together an agenda, plan a day, and how to work well with a team. There's a lot of collaboration.
Yeah, all things that everyone needs to know. Absolutely. Now, how did this come about 12 years ago? Who thought this up?
Yeah, well, Mike Johnson was with Arizona Public Service, and he was also with Prescott Area Leadership. When he came into the Verde Valley, he was noticing that he was seeing the same faces on all the boards and councils. The few people were the leaders, and he saw a real need for leadership training within the Verde Valley. So he recruited a handful of founders, and they had the vision of inspiring individuals to action So that's how Verde Valley Leadership was formed.
Well, that's great. I like that, inspiring individuals to action. What has been your experience since you've been involved, Marlene? How has it affected your life?
Well, I just recently retired from the Sedona Police Department. Right. So I had moved up through the ranks. When I first started, I was a sergeant, and I retired as a commander. So a lot of leadership things to go after there.
Absolutely. Congratulations.
Thank you.
You retired young. Bravo for you.
Yes.
You gotta love that. So what would you say the objectives of the program are, Marlene? So where do you start and where do you hope to end up?
A lot of the objectives are about personal growth, looking at personal and or professional visions and missions, and what are your objectives? How do you get to that next step? You know, whether you're aspiring to be a leader, whether you're new to the Verde Valley and want to learn more about other people in organizations that are here. So it's a variety of objectives for different people. So we do recruit from all walks of life.
Now, how about, Tammy, if you already are a leader, do you think that this program could help move the career forward, or at least communication-wise assist?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Leaders that are already leaders can always hone their skills, and they can always learn more, and they bring value to the program themselves. So we actually really love to have those people on the city council or in a supervisory leadership position come in, because they're going to gain so much more that they don't realize they could use. It's exciting to see those leaders, and then it's exciting to see those people who would like to become leaders learning how to have a vision and a mission, how to have goals and objectives, and how to put that together in a polished package.
Excellent. And I'm surprised how, I mean, I consider it a small time commitment. If it's, 1 hour a month, that's nothing.
Well, one day a month.
1 day a month, that's nothing. Yeah, I mean, as you can see every week, you go, wow, but once a month, that seems like you have the whole month to work on your skills.
And you have homework that you work on throughout the month and you bring back to your class. So the bulk of that day is away, concentrated for the program. But then there's things throughout the month that you're expected to do as well. It's not a big time commitment. The investment in it is whatever you put in, the more you buy into the program, the more you put into it, the more will come back out, just like anything.
Of course. So give us an example of some of the homework. Like, what did you experience, Marlene, as far as your homework after your one-day class?
My homework was a whole lot different because the program has evolved. Now we have books, and so there's assignments, and then there's also when people what we call them an issue day. So whatever the main topic is, some of the students are assigned to create that agenda. So part of their homework is putting the program together and contacting the speakers that we're going to have that day, making arrangements for the food. So it's an all-encompassing type thing. So they work towards that day, and then they get to participate in the day.
Well, that's great. You cover all the angles, because that's what's important, the facilitating, the organizing, and then, of course, the actual execution of the day would be huge. You cover all the things. Okay, so, Tammy, what if someone says, okay, gee, that sounds great. I want to get involved. What's their first step?
The first step would be to visit our website, vvleadership.org, and there's an application there. Fill out the application. The deadline for applying is March 30th. Once we receive the application, our recruiting committee would then invite appropriate applicants in for an interview. They would go through the interview process, and then they would be invited to become part of the program.
Interesting. Is there a cost?
There's a $600 tuition.
Okay. And that's for the year-long program?
For the year-long program.
Excellent. But what you're going to get out of it at the end is worth 5 more zeros thrown onto the end of that.
Yes.
For sure. I can't imagine there'd be anyone who wouldn't benefit from the program.
I can't think of anyone.
Yeah, I mean everyone, from school teachers to shop owners to actual folks who want to get into politics, it's an all-around good thing for anyone who wants to succeed in life.
Right,
sounds like.
And this program really does focus on personal development, business development is right there with it, but we think if you can work on yourself, you can apply that into any, if you're a nonprofit or a business, it can go into that just fine.
Yeah, that's great. So vvleadership.com.
.org.
vvleadership.org. Check it out. It's a great website, and it's got everything you need. Of course, if you want to apply, you can do it right on through there. Of course, phone numbers, contacts, all the information about the program that you need is right there for you. vvleadership.org. Tammy, thank you.
Thank you.
For being here.
Thank
Marlene,
you.
thank you.
Thank you.
For bringing your expertise on the program in. And it's a wonderful program, and I hope my daughter going to go into politics. So, we're going to put, you should see her argue. We're going to put her right in there.
Very nice.
Check out vvleadership.org, and don't go away, because we'll be right back with more of the experience.
Fabulous views and unmatched quality with efficiency in mind. Just announced, C&B Construction is the only contractor ever to win the EPA's coveted Indoor Air Plus Leaders Award 4 years in a row. These Energy Star certified homes provide unparalleled energy efficiency, comfort, durability, and indoor air quality. C&B Construction is currently building at Gray Fox Ridge and Crossroads at Mingus. C&B Construction, locally respected and nationally recognized.
Starting in the late 1920s, Grandpa Gettle and his brothers laid the groundwork for what would become a family legacy. Almost 100 years and 100 patents later, Gettle's High Desert Mechanical continues to raise the bar of quality heating, cooling, and plumbing products and services in the Verde Valley.
Call Gettle's High Desert Mechanical Heating, Air Conditioning, and Plumbing at 567-2200 or online at Gettle'sHDM.com, providing solutions for your comfort. Don't settle, get Gettle's.
Building a home, remodeling, or need furniture for the holidays? Time to order is now. Amish Home Decor offers furniture for every room in your home in many different woods, stains, and styles. We even offer patio furniture and mattresses. If you don't see what you're looking for on the showroom floor, just ask. We buy from 100 different Amish families located at the corner of Glassford Hill and Highway 69 in Prescott Valley. Amish Home Decor is the place to buy tomorrow's antiques.
And welcome back to the Verde Valley Experience. We are now here with Dave Papa Treadwell. I love that name. It's so cute. The chaplain and bereavement coordinator for Grief Support Group from Avayant Hospice. We also have with us Kelly Rojas, who is the executive director of Avayant Hospice. Thank you both for being here.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for having us.
And thank you for the job that you're doing.
Wow.
It's a very important job. We all get there at some point.
It is. Hospice is really important, especially in the Verde Valley. There's such a need for it. And for every 2 people that qualify and need hospice care in the Verde Valley, only 1 of them is getting that care. So it's really important that people understand how great hospice is.
Absolutely. Now, why do you think that is? Why is it only 50%?
I think there is not enough education. The word hospice is a scary word, and people need to really understand that it's not about dying, that it's about quality of life, and that we can come in and let families and loved ones be family and not have to just be the caregiver. So we can offer them huge support with nursing and nursing aides, social work, and chaplains to really give them that help that they need.
Absolutely, and hence the Grief Support Group.
Yes.
Which is held, is it every Wednesday?
Every Wednesday. It's ongoing. Don't have to register.
All right.
From 3 to 4.
And just show up.
Absolutely, and it doesn't have to be somebody that's on hospice with us. It can be anybody in the community. It doesn't have to be from loss of a loved one. Grief is grief. If it's loss of your home or your pet or divorce, grief is grief. Anybody is welcome.
Excellent. Grief is grief. I did not, that's a really great distinction, because I would have thought that it would have been you lost a loved one, but grief of a pet is a loved one. I mean, we can throw that in there, but a loss of a home or a life change such as a divorce, which is, they say, equal to a death.
Absolutely.
And things like that to come and get help with the grief, having other people around you. So how does the program work, Dave? Tell me how each meeting goes.
It's not really structured. The main thing is when people are in grief, they can't find anybody to actually listen to them. So it's a lot of just listening and letting people talk and share. And as they grow in their grief and other people come in, they help each other. And it's really, it's awesome to see the change in people. Many times they'll come in and say, oh, I'm not going to say a word. And before the hour's over, they're just chatting away and can't wait to come back for next week. So,
right, absolutely. How long have you been involved?
Since '08.
All right.
Yeah.
10 years in.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
We're lucky to have him.
Oh my gosh, I know. Everyone I've spoken to has said, "Oh, Dave, we love Dave."
Yes,
oh,
Papa Dave. Everyone knows him and loves him.
Everyone loves Papa Dave. That's fabulous. Now, are a lot of people taking part in the grief support group?
Yes, it could be as few as 3 or 4. We've had as many as 15.
Wow.
And
it seems to really be growing lately, which is wonderful. We're getting the word out there. When we have patients come on service, we start telling them about it from the very beginning so families can come whenever they're comfortable with it.
Absolutely. One of the things I recently became aware of is grief starts with, with certain things, with the diagnosis. The grief starts.
Right.
So it's not that grief starts upon the loss.
Right.
Grief can start with a diagnosis. That's the point where you should start grieving.
Absolutely. And at that point, if they start coming into our group and getting to know each other and getting to know Dave, they feel really comfortable. And by the time there is that loss at the end, they're really able to talk through it and work through it because they're comfortable.
Yeah, and grief is something that we all deal with on many times in our lifetime, and most of us don't have the skills to deal with it.
Absolutely.
It can come out of nowhere, like a wave, and just overwhelm you.
Yeah.
And sometimes, and here's the other thing, in the group, it's a safe place to cry. They want to keep their emotions in, and I've heard others say, "Well, I won't cry," and then just start talking about it, and that relief is so great. Right there.
Absolutely, you need that. If you got in, then it stays in.
Right.
You got to let it out.
You can't heal that way.
Exactly. So it's a wonderful healing space.
Absolutely.
That's fabulous. And it is held at Aviant Hospice, is that correct?
It is. It's in our offices every Wednesday at 3 o'clock, and our offices are on Villa Drive, and anybody's welcome.
That's amazing. Every Wednesday.
Suite C17. Upstairs, there is an elevator.
There is, yes.
Okay, good. That's good to know.
Yeah.
Okay.
And if they can't find us, if they call, we have a lovely lady who will come out and guide them up.
Excellent. And there's no charge?
No.
Okay. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Wow. I bet you've seen some amazing transformations, Dave.
I have, for sure. I had one lady, a pastor, put me in touch with her. It was coming up on Christmas time, and her mother had passed away at the holidays 15 years before, and she was getting pretty anxious, a lot of anxiety. And I told her about the group and encouraged her to come. And she said, "Well, that's one that said, I'll come, but I won't say anything." And she showed up, and we do an introduction, just a first name and just briefly why you're there. She said, "I'm just her first name," and that was it. But before the grief group was over that day, she was chatting away, and she was the one that just couldn't wait to come back for next week. And she had a wonderful Christmas.
Excellent. Excellent. Yeah, if you hang on to that, it affects every aspect of your life.
Absolutely.
And just sitting in a room with like-minded, open-hearted people. It's so awesome that you had that program started. That's just great.
It's so helpful for patients, for families, for everybody in the community to really have that safe space. And so we're really blessed that we get to have that there.
I bet. Now, if someone's got questions, per se, maybe someone's a little shy and maybe wants to know a little bit more about it, what should they do, Kelly?
They should call our office if they're comfortable with that, and we can give them all the information. They can look on our website as well, and any of us can help them. If they call, and no matter who answers, we can give them the information.
Yes, everyone is so pleasant. I've called a couple of times and setting this up, and everyone is super duper pleasant when you call in and able to answer questions and then move me along through. It was a really great experience. So you can tell everyone who answers the phones that I say they're
wonderful. Because I know they're great. So that's good to hear.
And everybody loves you, Dave.
Everybody
loves you, Dave. You say, "Oh, Dave, yes. Oh, there's this." Oh my gosh, it sounds like such a family over there.
It really is. We're such a team. In fact, with our company, we don't even say that we're employees. We are team members, and we're team members in care because that is what we specialize in. And care is take care of patients and grief and symptom management. We're really a team in care, and we love each other like that family. We interact like the family. So, there's good and bad sometimes, but we're definitely a family and we're a team.
When I was on staff, that was the one thing I really enjoyed was the fact that it was such a teamwork effort.
Yes.
And it didn't matter what position you're in, you just got in and did it, and it
Right.
helped the families. So
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
That's great. Well, check out AviantHospice.com for the grief support group every Wednesday that happens from 3 to 4 at their office on Villa Drive, Suite C17. Check it out. Someone perhaps, maybe if not you, maybe someone you know could use it. So you can give them a call, check out the website. And thank you both very much for what you're doing.
thank you.
And, you plan to continue it?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. Good to know. Now, don't go away. We'll be right back with more of the experience.
A1 Supreme Moving is your Verde Valley hometown movers. Trust your valuables to a family-owned and operated company with 31 years of moving experience. A1 Supreme Moving offers packing services. Fully licensed and bonded, your belongings are insured at full replacement value. Ask about teacher and vet discounts, as well as redecorating and holiday prep services. A1 Supreme Moving has an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau. For Supreme service, call A1 Supreme Moving at 634-0963.
We Organize You serves the entire Quad City area and the Verde Valley with custom cabinetry, including kitchen, garage, laundry, custom home office, and closet systems. Stop by their showroom in Chino Valley to see how they can make your home more convenient and valuable. It's time to get reorganized with We Organize You. For more information, go to weorganizearizona.com. That's weorganizearizona.com.
And welcome back to the Verde Valley Experience. I am now standing here with Gary Covert, who's the president of the Arizona Flywheelers. It's that time of year. Yes, the show is happening March 16th and 17th at the Verde Valley Fairgrounds. We've got some wonderful examples. Thank you, Gary, for bringing out your beautiful machines.
You're welcome.
Appreciate it. All right, we've got a lot of machines to talk about.
We enjoy that. That's what it's all about.
That is. I love the smell of the oil and the gasoline. It's so much fun in the diesel. What are we? This one is absolutely gorgeous. The Lister. This is your new baby.
1914 Lister. It's owned by Gene DeCamp here, and he purchased it like in June, and it was made in England and come out of Canada. And after he purchased it, we had to do a little work on it, but it runs. And right now we're installing a generator on it, and we're going to have a sign on it that says Arizona Flywheelers.
Nice.
So we like to show these engines doing something.
Absolutely.
Because people come and ask, what do you do with them? Well, you know.
What are the guidelines for one of these engines to be in the Flywheelers Club? Like they have to be antique?
Yeah, but there's a lot of variants on antiques too. But generally this type of stuff.
Okay. And what was this one used for?
We don't. I think somebody said it on a sawmill, but we really don't know.
Well, that makes sense.
Well,
it's definitely the right size. Now, I love this gorgeous green one over here with the red on it. That's just gorgeous. What's that?
That's a 12 horsepower Stover. It's there's only four, as far as I know, there's only 4 12 horsepower Stovers around, and this is only hit and miss.
Oh.
Meaning by hit and miss, it just hits every 34 revolutions.
Very good. What would that one have been used for?
That was used, it was sold in Flagstaff. It went to a ranch over in Happy Jack, and it pumped water. So we kind of have a history on it. It's never been out of Arizona.
Never been out of Arizona.
That's a 1928, I think it is.
Wow. And that's yours, right?
Yep.
Yep, your new one.
And we got a water pump on it, and when we get it running, we're going to have that water wheel running.
Oh, that's clever. Who built the water wheel?
We all did.
You did?
Richard and I and Gene.
What an amazing group you are. Now, one of the cool things about the show that you do, you raffle off an engine every year. I don't know how you manage to do this. How do you manage to find an engine to raffle off every year?
Well, this one was given to us.
Wow.
The engine was given to us, and we bought the wheels. I made the frame, and we bought the grinder. But we had to
Excellent.
do a lot of work on it.
Oh, I bet.
But, that's,
I bet. So this is a corn grinder, is it?
That's a corn grinder, yes.
Oh,
And
that's
we
very
grind
cool.
down cornmeal, whatever, chicken scratch for whatever. But
She's beautiful. About what year was this one originally made?
I think it's a 44, I think.
Oh.
I'm not positive.
Excellent.
It's a relatively, well, along towards the end of the
Yeah,
type
the
of engine.
flywheeler type thing. How many years has the Flywheeler show been going on now?
34 years.
34 years.
34 years. This
How
is
many-
34th annual show.
Yeah? How many have you been to?
About 11.
About 11? Not bad.
I moved here 11 years ago.
Oh my gosh. So the whole time you've been here.
Oh, yeah.
That's fantastic. Now, of course, we've got a John Deere. You always have to have a John Deere if you're going to have an engine show.
Yes, yeah.
So she's gorgeous. Tell us about her.
Well, it's owned by Jack Castamore, and it was owned by a different person here in Cottonwood and members. And Jack owns it now, and he takes it to the show.
Nice.
And then at the show we have tractor pulling. We have a sled, and they pull. And there'll be quite a few pulling. We'll have it pulling twice a day, both days.
Very good.
So
very good. Lots of things for the kids to do then.
Yeah, there's a
Right.
kiddie tractor pull we have, and if they pull so far, then they get a free ice cream cone.
Wow.
And, then there's also at the show there's vendors inside the building where they got stuff that interests the women and so forth. There'll be model engines. And we're going to have a railroad set up, so
Very
there's things
nice.
for the whole family to look at in there.
Excellent, excellent.
And there'll also be an outside swap meet where you can purchase engines or whatever you want.
Ooh, that's
Yeah.
my kind of thing. Swap meets, engines, awesome.
Yeah.
What do you think is the most fun about what you do with the Flywheelers?
Oh, just working with the engines and working with the people. I mean, I travel all over the country, and I usually, with an RV, and I usually go to 4 or 5 shows. And I can go into any show and start talking to somebody.
Ah, yeah.
Because we got a common interest.
Camaraderie.
Yep.
Gotta love that.
So-
Awesome.
But you always see something different that you don't usually see.
That's true. That's true. Too fun. Well, check out the Arizona Flywheeler show that's happening at the Verde Valley Fairgrounds March 16th and 17th. Lots of things for the family to do. Lots of wonderful engines and demonstrations, and I love how pretty much everything runs. And you're going to see things you've never seen before, and of course the kids love it. And if you're into any sort of history, you'll love it too. It's really great. Gary, we'll see you there, won't we?
Yes, you
Both
will.
days. Okay. Now we're gonna have a wonderful special presentation by Troy Castamore. She's gonna show us a refrigerator that you've never seen before. I guarantee it. Thank you, Gary.
Well, you're welcome.
Troy, thank you for taking the time to bring out this incredible piece of machinery that I know most people probably haven't seen. This is a Flywheelers member, Troy Castamore. And what are we looking at here?
This is an icy ball.
An icy ball.
It was patented in 1928 by a gentleman in Toronto, Canada, although the forerunner to this, also called an icy ball, was made in Australia. A gentleman called Powell Crosley Jr. from the United States in Ohio found out about it, went up and met the man and bought the rights to manufacture them. So he had 2 plants, one in Ontario and one in Ohio.
Neat.
And they made several 100,000 of these.
Several 100,000, yet I've never seen one.
This was a really cool idea because you didn't need electricity and you didn't need to purchase ice. They figured it would run on about 2 cents a day worth of kerosene.
Kerosene. Wow, so you heat it up to make it cool it down.
There are no moving parts, and it works like the RV propane refrigerators, and there are other propane refrigerators. And what you do is, this ball has a mixture of ammonia and water in it. When you start out, the other ball, which is inside here, is empty.
Okay.
You take the 2 balls out, there's a handle here, and you put this ball, which is called the cold ball, in a bucket of cold water, and the hot ball you put over a source of heat.
So you had to remove that every time you wanted to start it up.
You did, and it's heavy, let me
It
tell
looks
you.
heavy.
I think that was a husband job. And then what would happen is, as it heated up and the pressure built up, because it's a closed system, the ammonia would come out of the water because it has a much lower boiling point, and it would go into the cold ball. And after about an hour and a half, it would be fully charged. You'd take it out of the bucket, and you'd switch the balls This one would go in the cold water. This one did not go over the heat, but this one would go in the cold water for a brief time. You'd put it back in here, and by the time you did that, the ammonia, because the temperature was starting to drop here and the pressure was starting to drop, the ammonia would begin, it had condensed in there because of the cold water. It would start to evaporate in there, and evaporation cools things, just like the sweat on your skin cools your skin. By the time you had it fully charged, this was already covered with ice, and there's a hole here in the front, and you could put a little U-shaped ice cube tray in there and make ice cream or ice cubes or whatever.
Oh, wow.
It would last, the cold in a well-insulated box would last 12 to 24 hours, maybe even 48 hours, depending on how well insulated you were.
How
So
fantastic.
then you just would pull it out,
do it again.
make sure everything was in that one was tipped back into this one, and start the process over again.
Fantastic. Why don't we use these now? That's the most amazing thing.
Cheap. Well, I
Thank you.
I think the lifting it out and the heating it and all will slow
we're
people
such
down.
wins these days.
Yeah.
Troy, thank you for showing
You're
that to
very
us. Is this
welcome.
going to be at the show?
Oh, it certainly is.
Okay.
inside the vendors building.
Inside the vendors building.
Right. It doesn't
at the
go
Verde
out.
Valley Fairgrounds. Yes, we don't put this outside. Check it out, March 16th and 17th. We'll be right back, so don't go away.
This is Bruce Morrow, Transportation Manager for Cottonwood Area Transit. Remember, we cover the entire Verde Valley and Sedona. Cottonwood Area Transit has you covered wherever you want to ride in the Verde Valley, all day, every day. Take Cottonwood Area Transit through Clarkdale, Verde Village, and from 26 locations in Cottonwood. With Verde Links, it's a quick and easy trip to Sedona every day. Don't forget our connectors to Camp Verde. Visit cottonwoodaz.gov for Cottonwood Area Transit and take a seat. Let's go ride.
Just got paid today, got me a pocket full. Just got paid today, got me a pocket full. Leave I'm working hard all day, just step on my shoes and take my pay. I was born my papa's son. When I hit the ground, I was on the run. One right hand and the other behind. You can have yours, just give me mine. Hound dog boss in the back of the night. Stick my hands in my pocket, everything's alright. Just got paid today, got me a pocket full. Black sheep black, have you got some more? Yes, I do, man, my bag is full. Root of evil, and you know the rest, but it's way ahead of a second best.
right. I loved it. That was great. We have Ed Cooper and also Minza Osiris. Thank you very much for being here, gentlemen.
Thank you for having us.
What a neat mix you guys are together. Ed, I know you do solo, you do duo, and you do trio. So here we have your solo example. I mean, excuse me, your duo example.
You just got cut out of the picture.
I was running a lot in my brain. But that was neat because the earthy element of the cajon is really nice.
The acoustic instruments together has a whole percussive quality and a whole different thing than the electric instruments do. Yeah,
absolutely. It's nice that you have such variables in your music. You know, you would classify yourself as a rock and roller?
I am definitely a rock and roller, but I'm doing it because, you know, I'm doing it acoustically. It's not so in your face, and it's a little more palatable, I guess.
Right, more of a coffee house rock and roll.
There you go. Yeah,
But
right.
you can see it in the way that you throw your voice out there and the way you move your face and
I'm
the
a
way you
rocker,
play.
yeah.
You're a total rock and roller,
Yeah,
which is
absolutely.
a lot of fun. And then again, the earth element brings you, it's very neat. It's a very neat mix. I like that.
Thank you so
That's,
much.
What was that song called?
That's Just Got Paid by ZZ Top.
Ah,
From the
excellent.
70s, that tune.
Oh, that was a nice version of that. Because I'm
Thank
like,
you,
I
thank
know
you.
this song.
Yes.
How do I know this song? And yet that was great. And
Thank you,
yeah,
thank you.
so that's great. How long have you two been playing together?
Geez, is it more than 2 years now? Yeah. Yeah, we met a couple of years ago at the brewery. I had a gig, and my partner dropped out, and Minza was going to take over for me, but then he couldn't do it. So a close friend of ours I was playing with, and we just ended up playing together more and more. And I do mostly the solo thing at the wineries, but we're trying to perform together. We'll be doing the open mic on March 16th at Christy Fisher's open mic.
At the Red Rooster.
Yes, that's right.
Yes, they do that once a
5:45.
month on Fridays. It's really awesome. Starts at 5, I believe.
5:30, I
5:30?
think. Yeah, I think she performs first, and then we do a
Right.
5:45 to 6:15 set.
Very nice. Yeah, that's a great gig. You get the community together and everybody plays and has such
It
a
is
great
really good.
time.
And there are some really, really great musicians that show up there.
Oh my gosh, yeah. We're fortunate in the Verde Valley to have a lot of really great
You've
musicians.
had Bill Bassett on here
Of
several
course.
times, haven't you? That guy's
Of
amazing.
course.
Yeah. Oh, and Jack Couchman says hello.
Yes. Oh, thank you. Hi, Jack. That's super. Now, how long have you been playing in the Verde Valley, Ed?
About 15 years.
Wow.
I've been doing the band thing. I did bands back and forth. The market really now is for solo acoustic people, doing the wineries and all that. So I kind of jumped on that bandwagon. Also, it's a lot easier to get a career going when you're doing it yourself. If you're depending on everybody else, it's pretty
Less
tough.
schedules. I mean, you know,
Yes, right,
everybody
right.
I know try to do anything with me, forget it. So I get it. And you seem to have a standing gig at Page Spring Cellars.
That's right,
Is that
Page
correct?
Spring Cellars. I'm there once a month. I will be there again on March 21st. Pretty sure it's the 21st. Yes, March 21st.
Yeah. And then in May, you assist with the Bob Dylan tribute.
That's
Is that
right.
correct?
That's right. I've been invited to perform at the Bob Dylan tribute.
Congratulations.
Joe Neary, yeah. I'm really, really thrilled to be doing that.
Oh my gosh! I bet that's a huge deal every year.
It's so popular. Yeah, they sell that thing out every year. It's amazing. Yeah.
Where else can we see you play?
Bars, different bars around, different wineries. Just whoever picks me up, I go and play.
Well, there you go. And we're fortunate in the Verde Valley to have so many different venues for so many different types of music, and be it a solo, duo, trio, or an enormous group of people like the Jerome Ukulele Orchestra.
Right. Yeah.
You know, there's a venue always happening with music here, and with the wineries, you know, you can always. That's just a great thing to see so many musicians.
So,
at
and
all
during the
wineries.
weekdays. They hire us during the weekdays, which leaves the weekends open for
Right.
bar gigs and things.
Yeah,
It's really an excellent opportunity here for musicians.
Oh, good. And people who like to watch musicians, like
Absolutely.
myself. I love to go, especially wineries. So you've got a great website, edcoopermusic.com.
Yes.
You also have a Facebook page. The best way to find you and find your schedule is your website?
Is the website, and Facebook is also, it's Facebook.com/Ed Cooper Music. So if you just remember Ed Cooper Music, you can find me in there.
That's all you need to know. What's the next song you guys are going to play?
We're going to do an old Cream tune,
All right.
Crossroads.
All right, you like that older rock and roll. I love that. Well, can we call that older? That's the classic stuff. That's the good stuff, right? That's the good stuff. So very cool.
yeah.
Excellent. Thank you guys so much for being here, Minza. What a great, I love this, playing the cymbals with your hands. That is so fun.
It is fun. Thanks so much for having us.
You're welcome.
I really appreciate
You're
it.
welcome. It's a joy to have you, Ed. Appreciate it. So check out edcoopermusic.com. Check out him on Facebook and all that stuff. Of course, check us out on Facebook, the Verde Valley Experience page. You got to check us. I put pictures of these guys up with links and all kinds of stuff. So check us out. You can check us out at verdevalleytv.com anytime and watch this segment over and over and over again. But thank you all very much, and we'll see you next time.
Lord above for mercy, save me if you please. Down to the crossroads, try to flag it right. Down to the crossroads, try to flag it right. Nobody seem to know me.